of lesson number 4, that is measurement of matter. Today we have seen in previous lecture that matter is anything around you that has mass as well as it can occupy space. And we have also discussed about important principle of Dalton's atomic theory. What does it tell? It tells that the molecules of compounds are formed by joining atoms of different elements to each other. Also, we have seen that the molecular formulae of common salt, slake lime, water, lime, and limestone. Molecular formula of common salt is NaCl. It is made up of from one atom of sodium and one atom of chlorine. In slake lime, the molecular formula is CaOH twice, that is calcium hydroxide. And it is made up of from one atom of calcium and two atoms of oxygen and two atoms of hydrogen. The water molecule, it is the molecular formula of water is H2O, and it is made up of from two different atoms, one atom of oxygen and two atoms of hydrogen. The lime, which is called as a calcium oxide, that is CaO, it is made up of from one atom of calcium and one atom of oxygen. The limestone, the molecular formula of limestone is CaCO3, calcium carbonate, and it is made up of from one atom of calcium, one atom of carbon, and three atoms of oxygen. Also, we have seen the difference between atom, element, compound, mixture, and molecule. What do you mean by atom? Atom is the smallest indivisible, indestructible particle of matter. Element are the simple form of substance. Only one type of atoms are present in element. They are found on the periodic table. As elements has a chemical symbols, they have chemical name, they combine with other element to form compound. Now compound is a type of molecule, at least two atoms bonded together in a compound. Atoms must be different, must be from the different element in a compound, and compound has a chemical formula. Now in mixture, the mixture contains at least two substances that are combined, but not chemically. Chemically, they are not combining. The substances can be easily separated. The substances which they are keeping their properties, they can be combination of elements, molecules, and compounds. Now, at last, molecules contain at least two atoms that are chemically bonded together. The atoms can be from the same element or the different. Now we have seen the laws of chemical combination. Out of them, the first law was law of conservation of matter. As we have seen in chemical reaction, the total mass of reactant is equal to total mass of product, and that is the law of conservation of matter. Before reaction and after reaction, the total mass of that material, that combining material, will be conserved, and that is called as a law of conservation of matter. So in definition, according to French scientist Anthony Lavoisier, he told that there is no rise or drop in the mass of matter during chemical reaction. And the second law, that is law of constant proportion. Now in this law, the proportion by mass of hydrogen and oxygen in water is obtained from the any source, that is 1:8, This means that the 9 gram of water is formed by chemical combination of 1 gram of hydrogen and 8 gram of oxygen. So in definition, according to French scientist J.L. Proust, the proportion by mass of the constituent element in the different samples of compound is fixed. It is totally fixed. So today we are going to see atomic structure. In this atomic structure, we are going to see the shape of atom, atomic mass, concept of atomic mass number, then atomic number, concept of atomic number, electronic configuration, valence electron and valence. So what do you mean by atom? An atom is formed from nucleus and extranuclear part. These contain 3 types of subatomic particle. So first we will see nucleus. The atomic nucleus is positively charged. So almost entire mass of atom is concentrated in a nucleus. The nucleus contains 2 types of subatomic particle together, and they are called as a nucleons. Which are those? The first one is a proton and second one is a neutron. Now, proton is positively charged subatomic particle in atomic nucleus. The positive charge on the nucleus is due to protons, and this proton is represented by symbol P. Each proton carries a positive charge. When total positive charge on the nucleus is expressed in the unit E, its magnitude is equal to the number of protons in the nucleus. The number of protons in the nucleus of an atom is atomic number of that element, and it is denoted by the letter Z. So the mass of 1 proton is approximately 1 Dalton, that is 1 U. The mass of 1 hydrogen atom is also approximately 1 U, that is 1 Dalton. Now, next part of the subatomic particle of nucleus is called as a neutron, and the neutron is electrically neutral subatomic particle. It is denoted by the symbol N. The number of neutron in the nucleus is denoted by symbol N. Atomic nuclei of all the elements except hydrogen with atomic mass U, 1 U, contain neutrons. So the mass of neutron is approximately 1 U, which is almost equal to that of the proton. Now, after nuclear part, the next part is the extranuclear part. So now extranuclear part is the atomic, in the atomic structure include the electrons revolving around the nucleus and the empty space between the nucleus and the electron. Now electrons are negatively charged subatomic particles and is denoted by symbol E. Each electron carries 1 unit of negative charge, that is -1 electron. Electron in extranuclear part revolve in the discrete orbit around the nucleus. They are revolving around the nucleus. And the orbit being 3-dimensional in nature, the term shell is used instead of the term orbit. So that orbit is in 3-dimensional. Therefore, the orbit is not used. The term is used as a shell. So the energy of electron is determined by this shell in which it is present. So energy level of every shell is different. The number of electrons in the extranuclear part is equal to the number of protons in the nucleus. So number of electrons is equal to number of protons. Therefore, electrical charges are balanced and the atom is electrically neutral. So number of electron and number of protons, number of electrons which are present in extranuclear part and the number of protons present in nucleus is balanced. Therefore, atom is totally electrically neutral. Now, how these electrons are distributed in extranuclear part? As per the Bohr's atomic model, the electrons revolve in a stable shell, and these shells have definite energy. Now, the shell nearest to the nucleus is called as a first shell, and the next shell is called as a second shell. A symbol n is used for ordinal number of the shell. Now, the shells are referred to by the symbols K, L, M, N, and corresponding to the ordinal number, that is n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore, first orbit will be the first shell will be the K, second shell will be the L, third shell will be the M, and fourth shell will be the N. Now, the maximum number of electron in that particular shell can contain is obtained by the formula 2n square. So there is a formula for maximum number of electron in particular shell. As the magnitude of n increases, the energy of an electron in that shell also increases. Therefore, here we will calculate. First calculation is done. K, first shell is K, and here formula is used 2n square. Now, the second shell has two number, therefore 2 into 2 square. Therefore, it is 2 into 4. So here number will be 8. Number of electron will be 8, and here number of electron will be 2. So in that way, the second orbit will have outermost orbit. The second orbit will have totally 8 electron in their orbit. First shell will have maximum 2 electron in that orbit. Second shell will have maximum 8 electron in that orbit. Third shell number is 3. Therefore, 2 into 3 square. So here 2 into 9. So maximum number of electrons will be 18. Now, the fourth orbit or the fourth shell, according to formula 2 into 4 square. So 4 square 16, 2 into 16, 32. So the fourth orbit, that is n orbit, will have 32 electrons in their orbit. Maximum 32 electrons in that orbit. Now, hello.
Hello.
Now, yes, madam. Okay, okay. Madam. Now we will see the electronic configuration of elements. We have seen that 2, 8, 18, and 32. These are the electrons. Maximum electrons can be accommodated in that shell, that is KLM, and respectively. This is the maximum capacity of that cell. Now, the electrons in that atom are distributed in the shell according to their maximum capacity, and the shell wise distribution of electron in that atom of element is called as the electronic configuration of that element. So shell wise distribution of electron is called as the electronic configuration. So electrons, each electron has definite energy as per the shell in which it is present, and the energy of that electron in the first shell, that is K shell, is the lowest. Energy of electron in subsequent shell goes on increasing with the ordinal number of that shell. The electronic configuration of an element is such that the energy of all the electrons together is the maximum possible. So electrons get placed in shell in accordance with the maximum capacity of electron in that atom and increasing order of energy. So now we will see some atoms and their electron distribution, and finally their electronic configuration. So first, hydrogen atomic number is 1. So in that atom only one electron is there, so it will be in a K shell. Maximum capacity of K shell is 2 electrons. Hydrogen is having only 1 electron, therefore it will occupy only K shell. Next, helium. Helium has 2 electrons in that atom, so it will complete their orbit. K shell, first shell will be completed, fulfilled. Now the second, that is lithium, is having atomic number 2, atomic number 3. It has 3 electrons in their shell in that atom, therefore first orbit will have 2 electrons and the remaining will be in the second orbit. So its electronic configuration will be 2, 1. It is written there. Now, in case of carbon, atomic number is 6. First orbit will have 2 electrons. Remaining 4 electrons will be placed in second orbit, that is L orbit, because the maximum capacity of L orbit is 8 electron. Therefore, we can say that the electronic configuration of carbon is 2, 4. Now, in case of nitrogen, atomic number of nitrogen is 7. Therefore, electrons are 7. First orbit will have 2 electrons. Remaining 5 electrons will be in second orbit till the 8 electrons will complete. Now, its electronic configuration will be 2, 5. Okay. Student, the second element is oxygen, and oxygen's atomic number is 8. So the electronic configuration, the first shell will have 2 electrons and the remaining 6 electrons will be placed in the second orbit or the second shell. So its electronic configuration will be 2, 6. In this way, electronic configuration is made. Now, the next one is fluorine, atomic number 9. First orbit will have 2 electrons. and the remaining electrons will be placed in second orbit 2, 7. Therefore, electronic configuration will be 2, 7. Now, in case of neon, here first orbit will have 2 electron and second orbit will have 8 electron. Now, here electronic configuration will be 2, 8. Now, in case of sodium, here first orbit will have 2 electron. Out of 11, 2 electrons are put in first orbit. Now, remaining electrons, out of remaining electrons, 8 electrons are placed in second orbit. 2, 8, 10 are occupied in 2 orbits, and out of 11 electrons, the remaining 1 electron is placed in third orbit. Now, from here, third orbit is started. So its electronic configuration will be 2, 8, 1. Now, in case of chlorine, atomic number is 17. The first orbit will have 2 electrons. Second orbit will have 8 electrons. So here 10 electrons are completed. The remaining 7 electrons from 17 will be placed in third orbit or third shell. Therefore, its electronic configuration will be 2, 8, 7. Now, in case of argon, first orbit will have 2 electron, second orbit will have 8 electron, and third orbit will have 8 electron. 2, 8, 8, 18. In this way, you can complete the chart. Electronic configuration of element. The electronic configuration in the numerical form contains numbers which are separated by comma. Just we have written here, the numbers indicates the electron number in the shell with increasing order of their energy. For example, electronic configuration of sodium, just we have written 281. It means that total 11 electrons in the sodium are distributed as 2 electrons in the shell K, 8 electrons in the shell L, and 1 electron in shell M. So the electronic configuration of an atom can also be represented by shell diagram. Here, shell diagram of hydrogen is there, hydrogen atom, nucleus is there, and the first orbit will have 1. In case of helium, the first orbit will have 2 electrons. The 2 electrons are shown here. In case of carbon, the first orbit will have 2 electrons and the second orbit will have 4 electrons. Now, in case of neon, the first orbit will have 2 electrons. First orbit will have 2 electrons and the second one will have second one will have 8 electrons. In case of sodium, the first orbit will have 2 electrons, second one will have 8 electrons, and the last orbit, that is third orbit, will have 1 electron. So this is the skeleton of electronic configuration shell diagram. Now we are moving to the next concept, how valency is calculated from electronic configuration, valency and electronic configuration. Now valency means the number of chemical bonds which are formed by that atom. For example, valency of sodium is +1. How this +1 came, we will see in detail. Therefore, the sodium can donate 1 electron to achieve stable configuration of nearest noble gas. So every atom is unstable. Instead of every atom want to stable, and it want to achieve the nearest noble gas stable configuration. Generally, the valency of an element remain constant in its compound, and the concept regarding valency of element is totally getting clarified from the electronic configuration. Atoms forms chemical bonds by using electrons of its outermost shell. Valency of atom is determined by configuration of its outermost shell. Therefore, the outermost shell is called as a valence shell. Now, also the electrons in that outermost shell are called as a valence electron. So now it will be easy to understand the valency. The valency of atom is related to the number of valence electrons, and those valence electrons are present in outermost orbit, which is called as a valence shell. Let us first look at the element helium and neon. Atoms of both these gases element do not combine with each other, and these are chemically inert. It means that their valency is 0. Now we will see the first 20 elements and how their valency is calculated. Now the first atom is hydrogen. Atomic number of hydrogen is 1. Its electronic configuration is 1. Its outermost orbit will have 1 electron. Therefore, the valence electron will be 1. So it can donate 1 electron or it can accept 1 electron. If hydrogen donates 1 electron, it will lose his identity. So the it will not donate the electron. In case of it, it will, instead of that, it will share that 1 electron. So for sharing, the valency will be plus minus 1 electron. So plus for donation, to give, and the minus to receive or to accept. So now in case of helium, atomic number is 2, electronic configuration is 2. So its outermost orbit will have 2 electrons. So out of this capacity, out of that capacity of first orbit, the total capacity is fulfilled. Therefore, there is no free electron or the valence electron. Therefore, the valence electron will be 0. And for 0 valence electron, the valency will be also 0. In case of lithium, atomic number is 3. Electronic configuration is 2, 1. So outermost electron will have 1 electron. Outermost orbit will have 1 electron. Therefore, the valence electron is 1. It can donate 1 electron or it can accept 7 electron. So the valency will be +1 or -7. So it will be easy to accept, donate 1 electron, but it will be totally difficult to get 7 electrons from other element. So lithium will prefer to donate that 1 electron instead of accepting 7 electron. Therefore, the lithium will have +1 valency. In case of beryllium, the atomic number is 4. Electronic configuration is 2, 2. So the outermost orbit will have 2 electrons. So the free electron or the valence electron are 2. In out of that, to achieve nearest noble gas configuration, it will donate these 2 electrons, or it can accept 6 electrons to get 8 electrons. But in case of beryllium, it will be totally difficult to get 6 electrons, but it will be easy to donate these 2 electrons. So the valency will be +2. Now, in case of boron, atomic number is 5, electronic configuration is 2, 3, and the outermost orbit will have 3 electrons. Therefore, the valence electron will be 3. Those 3 electrons can be donated, or 5 electrons can be accepted to get complete the second orbit. First orbit will have 2 electrons, second one orbit 8 electron, 18 and 32. 18 and 32. To get this second orbit's configuration, it will require 5 electron, but it will be difficult to get 5 electron, and it will be easy to donate 3 electrons. So instead of accepting 5 electron, boron will prefer to donate these 3 electrons. Therefore, for donation, there will be plus sign and the valency will be +3. In case of carbon, the atomic number is 6. Electronic configuration is 2, 4. The outermost orbit is having 4 electrons. Out of this 4 electron, it can donate 4 electron, or it can accept 4 electron. So valency may be 4 electron, valency may be -4 electron. So carbon will prefer to share electrons. So it can't donate electron, can't accept electron. So it will prefer to share electrons to achieve the stable configuration. Now in case of nitrogen, the atomic number is 7. Electronic configuration is 2, 5. Outermost orbit contain 5 electrons. Therefore, the valence electrons are 5. It will be easy to accept 3 electrons instead of donating 5 electrons. So nitrogen will prefer to accept 3 electrons because it will be difficult for it to donate these 5 electrons. So the valency will be the -3. Minus sign is for accepting to get stable electronic configuration. Now in case of oxygen, the electronic configuration atomic number is 8, electronic configuration 2, 6. Outermost orbit contains 6 electrons. Therefore, the valence electrons are 6. It will be difficult to donate 6 electrons. Instead of that, it will be easy to accept 2 electrons. So the valency will be +2. Now, in case of neon, atomic number is 10, electronic configuration 2, 8. The first orbit is fulfilled, second orbit is completed. Therefore, the outermost orbit will have 0 valence electron or the free electron. Therefore, the orbit containing 0 valence electron will have 0 valency. Now we will again calculate some atoms till atomic number 20 to get it clarified. Sodium atomic number 11 will have electronic configuration 281. Outermost orbit contain 1 electron. Therefore, the valence electron will be 1. It will be easy to donate 1 electron instead of accepting 7 electrons to get octet, to complete its octet. Now, therefore, the valency will be +1. In case of magnesium, atomic number of magnesium is 12. Electronic configuration is 282. The outermost orbit contains 2 electrons. Therefore, the valence electron will be 2. It will be easy to donate 2 electron instead of accepting 6 electron. So the valency will be +2. In case of magnesium, in case of aluminum, atomic number is 13, electronic configuration 283. Outermost orbit contain 3 electrons. The 3 electrons are the valence electron. It will be easy to donate 3 electrons instead of accepting 5 electrons. So the valency will be the +3. Now, in case of silicon, atomic number 14, electronic configuration 284. Valence electron are 4. Therefore, valency will be +-4 because it can donate 4 electron or it can accept 4 electron. So both will be their losses. So it will choose to share electron. Now phosphorus atomic number 15, electronic configuration 285. It will have 5 electron in their outermost orbit. So it will be difficult to donate 5 electron. Instead of that, it will accept 3 electron to get octet completed. So the valency will be the -3. In case of sulfur, atomic number 16, electronic configuration 286. The valence electron, that is outermost orbit, will contain a 6 electron. Out of this 6 electron, the donation of 6 electron will be difficult as compared to the accepting 2 electron. So the valency will be the -2. In case of chlorine, atomic number 17, 287, the valence electron are 7. Instead of donating 7 electron, it will prefer to accept 1 electron. Now, in this way, we can calculate valency. Okay.